Hey, today I'm going to talk about a neutral spine and what that looks like from a right side angle. So first let's take a look at the well actually there's four different regions of the spine, but we're going to talk about three of them today. The cervical, thoracic region, and lumbar region. Like I said, the sacrum and sacral region is a different one. We're not going to talk about that one today. So if I take a line and I was to draw it straight across here, that would cut off the cervical region. The thoracic would go about right there. And then the lumbar would be just about like that. So now let's take a look at what it would look like. Let's take this color green. Sorry for the delay. All right, so let's look at the lumbar vertebrae. You can see how it kind of comes out here. The curve comes out to the anterior front side of the body, and then at the top of the lumbar, it starts to go back to the posterior. Same thing over here. This is looking from a right side angle at a person sitting at a computer. Now let's look at the thoracic vertebrae. It starts going back to the posterior side of the body in the middle of the thoracic region, and then we start going back anterior. It's very familiar. It's very important to get familiar with these curves because if we sit with a straight spine, that's also known as overcorrecting, which can cause as much damage as slouching forward can, speaking from experience. Now, finally, last but not least, let's look at the cervical region, also known as the neck. A lot of people think the neck is straight, but look how on the left-hand side here, how it curves to the front side of the neck just slightly, and then before it reaches the base of the skull, it goes back to the posterior. Over here, that curve is not so clear, but I want to look at this one over here on the left. I think that's a much better depiction of the cervical region and the curve in the neck. These curves are very important. Sit up straight is not the best advice because that can be misleading. There are natural curves in a neutral spine, and that's what it looks like. I hope this helped. Thanks for your interest in computer posture. Follow for more tips. Take care.